In a statement, the Harris County Sheriff's Office said the Precinct 4 Constable's office was called to an address along FM 1960 just after 11 Saturday night, where Lacy had reportedly shot into the ground during an argument with a family member.
The victim saying that no one got shot. She's saying that he shot the gun and then left.
A deputy constable reportedly found Lacy driving about half an hour later and tried unsuccessfully to stop him, prompting a several-mile chase that ended here along Aldine Westfield, then crashed. His father, Kenny Lacy, putting out this statement on Facebook, encouraging parents to check on their children's mental health. Several athletes also put out statements of their own, echoing his message. Now, to be clear, the Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating this through their homicide division. They did put out a statement saying they recovered a gun from inside Lacy's car. They also say dash cam video shows Precinct 4 did not fire any shots after this chase was over. Right now, we're still working to clarify that also means no shots were fired before this chase ended. Shannon Ryan, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
And you already know, this channel we hold racist, Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And before we start this video, if you don't like black people, black issues, black talks, get to stepping. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Justice opened a civil rights investigation into Louisiana State Police for racially biased policing and falsified records. Federal documents showed troopers manipulated crash reports, hid video evidence, and rewrote events to protect their own. Several officers were later arrested for malfeasance in office and filing false records, proving these acts weren't isolated but part of a larger cultural misconduct. Falsified records, hidden footage, and false narratives have been used again and again, often when the victims were black. Many believe this reflects a deeper historic bias in Louisiana law enforcement. Make that make sense. And they really wanted him dead. The racist people on social media, the raccoons on social media, the news outlets on social media. And what I did was I went back to the news coverage when Kyren Lacy died, and they all said the same thing. It was damn near word for word. They all said he unalived a Marine vet and he fled the scene. They all said that. The media and these fake racist journalists are the reason why Kyren Lacy isn't here today. Tell me I'm lying. But before I spaz out in this video, run a tape.
When you're talking to Kyren Lacy and he's saying, Matt, I wasn't involved in this. What was his mindset like at the time?
It's horrible. Look, man, you got a young kid that's getting assassinated on public media, social media. He begged me to help him. I was already helping, but it was a consistent deal, obviously, meaning far after representation, begging me to help him. And you move as fast as you can with what you have, right? But there was a defining point for me in this whole situation that I knew he wasn't joking. And he referenced things in football fields. And I know it's easy to look back and say, oh, I bet he never said that. He's deceased now. BS. I'm telling you now what he told me. He said I was a football field. A football field is how he compared things, right? So he's saying when he got back in his lane of traffic, I know I was a football or even a little over a football field over by the time I'm back in my lane. And when I told him that they had video surveillance of this whole thing, it was like he was relieved for a second. Because I think in his mind, he thought that which most did. Most people that I talk to think that he actually hit the vehicle or he barely got past him and then they collided. That was the narrative that I heard the most. Mm-hmm. So in his mind, at least he's looking at this going, okay, somebody can show I was actually watched this accident. I saw it. And he told me there was a car between them. Hell, after I read everything prior to meeting with him and the things that I heard, I'm questioning what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Did he just get through and take off like they suggested? You and I read reports earlier. We're looking at all news reports where they say he actually collided with a vehicle.
They did.
They actually said he fled a scene. They actually said he came back to the scene. Do you know how preposterous that is? None of that's true. And he sure as hell never split the difference and barely got through, and then there was some big explosion. That's not what happened.
And like I always say, make that make sense. See, racist Caucasian people and raccoons, they love to pretend like they care about Marine vets. They love to pretend like they care about Army vets. They don't care. See, Kyren Lacy was black, and it was an opportunity for them to show their racism. Kyren Lacy was black, so it was an opportunity for them to show how much hatred they have for black men. Tell me I'm lying. And you, Tyler Warner, with your hating ass, this all your fault. But I'm going to spaz out on you later on in this video because the rabbit hole gets even deeper. Y'all remember Kyren Lacy died in Houston, Texas, in Harris County, the most corrupt county in Houston. Check this out. Harris County, the heart of Houston, has one of the worst records of police corruption in Texas. Officers have been caught falsifying records, planting evidence, and lying to cover up the unalivings of innocent black men. Even after investigations and indictments, the lies haven't stopped. Many believe the truth about Harris County's police cover-ups of black men's death is only beginning to surface. For decades, black families in Houston have buried loved ones while police rewrote the story, calling murders accidents or self-bang bang to protect their own. Now the community is demanding justice. Make that make sense. And yes, I believe he was murdered. You have to think about it. The next day, the very next day, his trial started. Why would he do that to himself? No, the real question is, who wanted him silenced? We all know Tyler Warner hating ass ruined the whole investigation. He made mistake after mistake because he wanted to frame Kyren Lacy. He lied, so when you lie one time, you gotta lie here, you gotta lie there. He was lying everywhere. And I believe if this would have went to trial that very next day, if this would have went to trial, the whole corruption would have been exposed. Tell me I'm lying. But I noticed something. That video I showed y'all at the beginning of this video, that news coverage I showed y'all, I noticed something. They said something so important. Run the tape.
Now, to be clear, the Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating this through their homicide division. They did put out a statement saying they recovered a gun from inside Lacy's car. They also say dash cam video shows Precinct 4 did not fire any shots after this chase was over. Right now, we're still working to clarify that that also means no shots were fired before this chase ended. Shannon Ryan, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Make that make sense. Why did she say not one time, but two times that the cops never fired back at Kyren Lacy? She didn't say it once, she said it twice just to make sure they cover their ass. But how we know that? She said it was investigation still going on. Well, where the results at? We have no results. We have no video footage. We have no body cam footage of that high-speed chase in Houston. We have nothing. All they showed us was a broken fence. All they showed us was a piece of his car laying on the ground. Where is the picture of his car? They showed us the picture from the other accident with the Marine in Louisiana, but why we never saw a picture of his car in Houston? Because they said he wrecked. They never showed us anything. And I sat back and I thought, why would I believe anything out of Houston PD or Harris County? Why would I believe them when they the same people when 13 bodies were found in the bayou every month, like 3 bodies being found in Houston, in Harris County, and no one knows anything? Why would I believe them? Yeah, all right. And look, if I sound crazy, if I don't make sense in my comment section, tell me I don't make sense. Now back to you, Tyler Warner, with your hating ass. Instead of you doing the right thing and charging the right person and not lying, you decide to ruin Kyren Lacy's life. You decide to frame this man. You decide to lie on this man to the whole world. You lied on this man. You started all this bullshit, all because the only way you can feel like a football player, the only way you can feel special to your girl is on Halloween. Tell me I'm lying. But you see how the ancestors work? Everything is backfiring on you. Now you about to lose your family. You about to lose your wife. You about to lose your finances. You about to lose your home. Maybe even lose your freedom. Let me break it down to you. Listen up. And Tyler Warner, I'm talking directly to you. Next week, you getting fired. And all that money, all those pennies you worked for, you getting sued for. And then look, you only 25. That social media image you have is ruined. Wait, The same way you ruined Kyren Lacy's image. Yeah, you see, you thought you could just move on with life. You thought you could have a baby, get married, go to parties, celebrate your birthday, go to football games. You thought you could do all this, win awards. You thought you could just move on with life and pretend like you didn't ruin Kyren Lacy's life. Well, nope, you're about to go through everything Kyren Lacy went through. And not just you, Brianna too. Both of y'all. So to the both of y'all, welcome to hell on earth. And I hope y'all enjoy. I'm out.